Someone who's already done all the beautiful work of the textbook
Right.
has passed it on to someone who's doing the teaching, and they have taken that and put it into a beautiful dish and accessorized it and glamorized it, and they're ready to give it to your kids.
There are kind of two different ways to use a textbook. One way is mom or dad can take the textbook and they can teach it to their kids. And they're going to dig deep into it. And again, you're always going to need parent involvement no matter what. But some parents want to be really involved and they really love that. They really thrive on that. And then there are some parents who either can't do that. Maybe this is for the working parent who is needing to teach their kids and they want to use a textbook, but they just don't have the time to do each lesson and to teach each lesson. And so this is great. And whether you're working or not, I mean, some parents just, or maybe you've got lots of kids and you're just trying to figure out, like, how do I teach science to this one child or math to this other child? So, one of the great resources that many companies have today who have developed textbooks is video courses. And with video courses, they have people who teach your kids for you. Isn't that amazing?
And not
It's
for much
beautiful.
more money either, by the way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're great. And so, I shared with you guys that we got to go to the BJU Press facility and see how they create their textbooks. And we went to their studio where they actually film all of their video courses. And they are actual real teachers who stand in front of a video camera in a studio. And it's amazing how they do it. And again, there are many companies who do this. But BJU was amazing. And so these people actually lesson plan and they do all the things for you. And then they teach your kids online, or some still offer DVDs. I'm not sure. I know most of them have gone to streaming. But talk to us, Sharon, about video courses and what that might look like in relation to a textbook.
Video courses are, in my opinion, one of the best things ever invented. When I first started, I was actually an author initially. I was a teacher in a classroom, then I was an author and was exposed to homeschool mostly through that. Although my brother's wife homeschools and my sister homeschooled and my other-in-law, all my nieces and nephews, all of 11 of them have been homeschooled. And so far, all my grandkids have been homeschooled. But until this year, for me, I had not had the opportunity to homeschool. So I got to observe this through an author's point of view. And so it was really interesting to learn from other parents the things that were going on there. And so when we first started going to conventions, video courses had been around a while, but they weren't real popular, and a lot of parents would come to the booth and say, "Well, it's not really teaching. I'm not really homeschooling if I
Uh-huh.
use video courses." And that was even true of the people that I was working with at the booth sometimes. They were afraid of the video courses. They thought maybe that they would not be doing a good enough job or that they felt really responsible to be able to teach the full lesson to their children. And now over the course of the, at least 10 years that I've been doing this on the homeschool side of things, that has changed dramatically.
Yeah.
There are so many people who use them now, and most people say, "What was I waiting for?"
Right.
And so listen, I love to be able to pull out a lesson. If you have a video course, you can pull out a lesson and teach it yourself anytime. If the teacher's edition is available to you, you always have that option. But it's such a relief to not have to prepare for 8 or 7 or 5 or however many lessons per child
Hmm.
a day. Someone who's already done all the beautiful work of the textbook
Right.
has passed it on to someone who's doing the teaching, and they have taken that and put it into a beautiful dish and accessorized it and glamorized it, and they're ready to give it to your kids. And all you need to do is go, "Here, let's learn." And so oftentimes when it's playing in my house, I'm there, I'm not far away, but I'm piping in from the kitchen sink or or wherever, and I will come alongside and go, "Let's check this together. Let's make sure you understand."
Hmm.
But I'm not having to take the teacher's edition out and go step by step. So it frees the parent from the burden of, if I don't do this exactly right, she's not going to understand this lesson.
Right.
That teacher is doing it. She's doing it the way it was intended to be done. She's teaching it to a homeschool child in the way a homeschool child will learn. The child is sitting comfortably the way a kid learns, whether it's, on a beanbag chair,
Upside down.
all right, on the bed, wherever it is, it doesn't matter, but the child is engaged in learning in the way the child learns,
Mhm.
and the child is seeing and hearing, and sometimes also following along, like a math lesson where they're using manipulatives or something. So you have the advantage with the video that you're getting different modes of learning. You're seeing, you're hearing, and you're doing. You're not just reading. And so, some kids are great readers and they love to read and they absorb all that, but they miss some of the fun
Right.
that's involved in the video lesson. So I would always say to people, try one, just try one. Give yourself, that 15, 20-minute break a day for one subject and see what you think about it.
Yeah.
It won't take you long before you're going to get hooked.
Right.
And again, you can always teach anything. It's always
Mhm.
available to you, and really for the price, it's not much more money.
Yeah.
If you get a good special on it, it's worth it, and everything's included. Everything's available to you. You just use it the way you want. But I'll tell you, when you're traveling, or you've had a new baby, or there's illness in the
Yeah.
home, or something is going on, it's nice to have the backup and have that
Yes.
plan B if you need it.
Yeah, absolutely. We have used CTC Math. Lacey still uses it. Brooklyn really liked it a lot, and then she got stumped, and so we got her a math tutor a couple months ago. And actually, we got the BJU math curriculum for her, and it's great because she has her math tutor to teach her, but then she's got the videos actually that she can use as backup. To have someone else teach it to her a different way. And so the video courses are fantastic. They are such a good resource. I remember Andrew Pudewa, we love IEW. And I remember he said, when they first suggested to him that he would record himself teaching this curriculum, he was like, who in the world is going to want to listen to me teach? And, sure enough, now, hundreds of thousands of kids have listened to Andrew Pudewa teach them.
And their parents,
Right,
by the
and
way.
their
Yes,
parents. Yeah,
yes,
exactly. And
yeah.
so yes, it's great. It's taking the experts in those fields, and they are experts. I mean, you've got, the scientists teaching science and the mathematicians teaching math. I won't teach math. PGU will never get me to do that. But it's fantastic to have those people actually teaching your kids. So video courses are great to look for if you're looking for a textbook and you want one that has video courses linked to it. Search for that and just know that that's an option with a lot of these different companies. Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.